Have you ever met someone who's incredibly smart? Someone who always had the answers, always understood things faster than everyone else. Yet somehow, life didn't turn out the way everyone expected? Maybe that person is you. You've always been told you're intelligent. People look to you for solutions, for clarity, for direction. But deep inside, there's this quiet frustration. If I'm so smart, why am I not where I want to be yet? The truth is hard to swallow. Success doesn't reward potential, it rewards execution. The world doesn't care how much you know. It cares about what you do with what you know. Intelligence opens the door, but action walks you through it. There was once a guy named Daniel, the kind of student everyone believed would change the world. He aced every exam, could explain complex ideas effortlessly, and dreamed bigger than most. But Daniel had a fatal flaw. He waited. He waited for the right time to start his business. He waited until he had everything figured out. He waited until he knew enough, until the fear was gone, until the timing was perfect. But the perfect time never came. Meanwhile, his less gifted friends, the ones who weren't as brilliant, just started. They made mistakes. They failed, learned, and tried again. And slowly, they moved ahead. Daniel stayed behind, trapped by his own intelligence. He thought knowing more would make him ready. But the more he knew, the more reasons he found not to start. Intelligence made him a thinker, but thinking without action made him a prisoner. Because intelligence is a gift, yes, but it's also a trap if you never act on it. We live in a world full of thinkers. Everyone has ideas, plans, and dreams. But the gap between knowing and doing is where most people get lost. Thinking is easy. Doing is terrifying. Why? Because thinking gives you control. It feels safe, predictable. But doing? Doing means stepping into uncertainty. It means risking mistakes, judgment, and failure. Many intelligent people live inside their heads. They study, analyze, and strategize, but they never make a move. They feel productive while planning, but planning isn't progress. You can spend your whole life preparing and still end up nowhere. Knowledge is potential power, not real power. Real power is execution. That's why you'll often see average people achieve what the brilliant ones only talk about. Because they don't wait for perfect, they work with what they have. The world doesn't reward ideas. It rewards execution. Intelligence is a double-edged sword. The smarter you are, the more aware you become of what can go wrong. The smarter person doesn't just see the goal, they see every possible obstacle, every way it could fail. That awareness creates fear. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of being judged. It's ironic. The intelligent mind is built to predict danger, but sometimes that ability becomes its own prison. Because when you can foresee every risk, you might convince yourself it's safer never to begin. Meanwhile, someone with less knowledge, who doesn't see all the risks, just jumps in. And while they fail, they learn, they adjust, they grow. So by the time this smart person is still thinking, the doer is already winning. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's the willingness to move despite it. You can't think your way into bravery. You have to act your way into it. Perfectionism might sound noble, but it's one of the biggest killers of progress. You tell yourself, it's not good enough yet. You tweak, refine, and polish endlessly, waiting for that magical moment when it feels perfect. But here's the secret, that moment never comes. Perfection is an illusion that moves every time you get close. So months pass, then years, and your masterpiece, your business, your book, your art, still sits unfinished. Done is better than perfect, because you can fix something that exists, but you can't improve something that never started. The first version of anything will always be messy. That's okay. That's human. Perfection isn't the goal, progress is. You can't edit a blank page. You can't improve an idea that never left your head. The greatest creators, inventors, and entrepreneurs didn't wait for perfect. They launched, failed, adjusted, and improved. That's how success is built, imperfectly. Here's something many intelligent people overlook. Logic alone doesn't move people, emotion does. You can be the smartest person in the room, but if you can't connect, inspire, or communicate with heart, your brilliance stays locked inside your mind. People don't follow intelligence. They follow authenticity. They follow energy. They follow someone who makes them feel seen. Emotional intelligence, empathy, patience, understanding is often more valuable than IQ. Because you can teach skills, but you can't fake heart. The people who truly lead, in business, in art, in life, are those who can merge logic with compassion. They understand not just how things work, but why people do what they do. You can have all the knowledge in the world, but if you can't connect it to people, if you can't inspire trust, loyalty, or belief, your intelligence remains silent. Real impact requires more than intellect. It requires heart. Intelligence can make you talented, but grit, persistence, discipline, consistency is what makes you unstoppable. You can have the best ideas in the world, but if you give up every time it gets difficult, your intelligence means nothing. The world is full of smart people who quit when things got tough. And it's full of average people who just refuse to stop. The difference isn't intellect, it's endurance. Talent gets you noticed. Grit keeps you there. Because success isn't built on brilliance. It's built on showing up, especially when it's not convenient, especially when no one's clapping for you. Discipline is intelligence in motion. It's what separates the dreamers from the doers. Success doesn't ask how smart you are. It asks, can you stay consistent? We often think intelligence is about knowing more, but in this era, it's about adapting faster. The world changes daily. Technology evolves, industries shift, and opportunities appear overnight. The ones who struggle aren't always the uneducated. They're the ones who resist change. The ones who cling to what worked yesterday. Real intelligence isn't being the smartest, it's being flexible. It's the willingness to learn, unlearn, and learn again. Those who adapt, even if they're not the brightest, often outperform those who don't. Because in a changing world, survival belongs not to the strongest or the smartest, but to the most adaptable. It's not what you know that makes you powerful. It's how fast you can grow. Intelligence is knowing the facts. Wisdom is understanding their value. Intelligence tells you what is. Wisdom teaches you what matters. You can be intelligent and still unhappy. You can know everything about life and still fail to live it. Wisdom comes from experience, from mistakes, from reflection, from failure. It's born in the trenches of trying, not in the comfort of thinking. When intelligence grows into wisdom, knowledge becomes fuel for purpose. You stop trying to look smart and start trying to live meaningfully. That's when everything changes, because you no longer chase validation. You chase truth. So, why are intelligent people not always successful? Because intelligence alone is potential. Success is execution. You can have the sharpest mind in the world, but if you never act, if you never take risks, if you never learn by doing, that intelligence becomes a cage instead of a compass. Don't let your mind talk you out of what your soul already knows you need to do. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to know everything. You just need to begin. Action is where clarity is born. Movement is where mastery begins. Failure is where growth lives. So stop waiting for the right time. There is no right time. There's only now. Think less. Act more. Fail faster. Learn quicker. Grow stronger. Because success doesn't belong to the smartest person in the room. It belongs to the one who shows up, who tries, who stumbles forward no matter how imperfectly. You don't need more knowledge. You need more courage. The smartest thing you can ever do is start. Thank you for watching. Stay relentless, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you all for watching this here.